boy, I told y'all it was finna go down. Uncle Charlie Wilson checks in live on the Kelly Mack Show right here on 107.3 Jams. 50 minutes of today's R&B every hour. Of course, Charlie Wilson is performing live tomorrow at Funk Fest Heritage Park in Simpsonville. And he's checking in with us right now from LAX, a.k.a. the LA airport. Right, Charlie Wilson?
Yeah, I'm on my way there now.
How was the security lines today? Because I've flown out of LA before, and I know they usually get kind of stupid.
Well, it was kind of crazy. I fly about every weekend going to do shows, and they just took my hair gel. I was a little upset about that. I was like, man, this is the same gel I've been using every weekend. Go on, take it. Get on out of here.
Now, Uncle Charlie, you know if it's not 3.5 ounces or less, you can't carry no gel or liquid on the plane.
You know what I'm saying? It's all good, though.
So, Charlie Wilson, of course, you've been around since the 70s and the 80s with the Gap Band. So you take it to the old school. Now you're with the new school. R. Kelly actually wrote and produced some of your records. How was it working with R. Kelly?
Yeah, it was cool. You know, R. Kelly, I mean, you know, he understood who I was, because those guys have patterned themselves after my style after me since they got started. So it was easy for him to write a song for me, you know. Right. It was like writing for himself a little bit, you know. But it was great, you know. He's definitely a genius. He turns into the person that he's writing for. It was great. It was great. You know, he did Charlie Last Name Wilson for me. He did Magic, and he did No Words. He did another song on that first album that we did for Jive. It was great. He's great.
I agree. He is great. His personal life, we can leave it where it is. Charlie Wilson, hold the line. Speaking of Charlie Last Name Wilson, let's go ahead and throw that one back just a little bit right here on 107.3 Jams, and we'll talk more with Charlie Wilson in just a moment.
Hey girl, how you doing? My name is Charlie. Last name Wilson. I wanna hear
107.3 Jams, 50 minutes of today's R&B every hour with Kelly Mack, the Midday Mommy. On the phone with us all the way from L.A., getting ready to board the plane and head to Greenville, it's Uncle Charlie Wilson. Now, Charlie, I was talking to Jaheim yesterday live on the Kelly Mack Show, and he told me there was a time that he ran into you and he was clueless on who you were. Do you remember that time?
Yeah, I remember it like it was yesterday. Everybody in the studio looked at him like he was crazy. I said, dude, you're talking to Charlie Wilson. And he was like, I'm sorry, I don't know who that is. Like, you don't know who the Gap Band is? Like, he started singing songs like, I know those songs, but I don't know him. And all his friends just ran out the studio and left him standing there staring at me. So I just like, you know what, man, it's all good. Maybe we'll sing together one day. In front of me said he didn't know who I was. And it didn't bother me. It's just that everybody in the studio but him.
Right. And it's like,
there was about 20 people in there who just took out running out the door. And they was like, you gotta be... I'm not going to say what they said.
Yeah, he got to be smoking that bouillonic. That's what.
Yeah, they was a little upset with him. Yeah. But it didn't bother me. He just didn't know, you know.
It's crazy because, I mean, you know, Jaheim and I are about the same age, and I know who you are. I grew up listening to you in the 80s, and now you're back. And, I mean, come on. Who doesn't know who Uncle Charlie Wilson
I mean, but at that time, I had Charlie Last Name Wilson out, which was the biggest record, R&B, just wasn't AC, it was urban.
Right.
So he was like, he didn't know what that record was, and they was like, okay, you own something, so we leaving.
Shame, shame, shame. Well,
yeah, it was okay, though.
You're so humble. You're so humble. All right, well, you know what? Speaking of Jaheim and being that he's going to be on the Funk Fest show tomorrow, we're going to go ahead and play his latest song. This one is called Finding My Way Back. And coming up on the Kelly Mack Show, we're going to address Charlie Wilson's past addiction and battle with prostate cancer right here on 107.3 Jams. Hold the line, Charlie.
lights out, sucker be a married every morning.
Yes, y'all. That's Uncle Charlie Wilson, and he says he can do magic. We'll find out tomorrow at Funk Fest 2010 with 107.3 Jams, 50 minutes of today's R&B every hour. It's your midday mommy, Kelly Mack, talking live on the phone with Uncle Charlie Wilson. Of course, he will be at Funk Fest tomorrow. And Uncle Charlie, I want to get serious with you for a moment. Back in October, I had the honor of attending the BET-centric Soul Train Award show, and they honored you. And there was a lot that I learned that a lot of other folks probably didn't know either, as far as your battle with drug addiction and also prostate cancer. And I say that to say this: God has brought you through. However, there's folks listening to the radio right now that's battling drug addiction or maybe alcohol addiction or some form of cancer. Uncle Charlie Wilson, what type of encouragement can you offer them while they forego these trying times in life?
First of all, if you're dealing with drugs and alcohol, which I'm recovering for 16 years now. It's been, God has been good to me, and you just need to change the things that you're doing, change the places that you go in and the people that you once knew. Change people, places, and things, and just, it's, a lot of times it hurts. You got to just let all of that go. I understand a lot of people try to figure out why come they can't stay clean and sober, because you didn't want to let go of the people you hang out with, and you say they're your friends. If they're your friends, they wouldn't be giving you the drugs. First of all, the stuff that's going to really just keep you, your boggles down.
That's right. Obviously, drug addiction is one thing. Cancer is another. It's not a choice. It just comes about. And you actually battled with prostate cancer. How would you suggest somebody deal with that?
Again, it's a lifestyle change. You know what I'm saying? If you're dealing with it, first of all, you have to go to the doctor, and you have to, because early detection is the key. And you have to get to the doctor. You have to get to the doctor. You have to make sure that you catch it early enough. Now, if you have, and if you haven't, it's just a lifestyle change. You have to watch your diet, the food intake that you're having, that you got going on, and you got to change everything about yourself. Your whole life has to change again, just like drugs and alcohol.
Very true. Great insight there. You know what? For those people battling those issues right now in life, let's go ahead and send them out a little encouragement. One of my favorite inspirational songs, William Beckton, Be Encouraged. More with Charlie Wilson in just a moment, right here on the Kelly Mack Show on 107.3 Jams.
I don't know about you tonight, but somebody.
107.3 Jams, 50 minutes of today's R&B every hour with Kelly Mack, taking you back with the Gap Band, where it all started for Uncle Charlie Wilson. And we've been talking to him throughout this 2 o'clock hour today, getting you ready for Funk Fest tomorrow at Heritage Park with Jaheim, SWV, MC Light, and Betty Wright. Uncle Charlie Wilson, I have a Facebook question for you coming in from a young lady by the name of Lisa Watkins Brooks. She wants me to ask you, Charlie, will there ever be a Gap Band reunion?
Yeah, I would love to do that. I spoke to my brothers once about that. My oldest brother was like, hey, man, you need to keep right on going because you're hot right now. And, but, hey, I would definitely love to do it, So it would just have to be up to my brothers, whatever they're doing, You just got to be like on the same page.
Okay. So, Charlie, tomorrow you're the headliner of the show. You go on at about 10 o'clock in the evening. It's going to be an outdoor concert. Tell the people what they can expect from Uncle Charlie Wilson live on stage at Funk Fest tomorrow.
Everybody always asks me about the Gap Band and, and this stuff. So I definitely incorporated some of those songs in my show. I have to start out with that because that's where I'm cut from. And I'm just going to work my way on up to the stage freshness. So it's definitely up-tempo, so bring your tennis shoes. Don't be bringing your $200, $300 pumps out there, standing out there, because that ain't how I perform.
I know
you know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying? Mine is a straight party. So you better... I don't know what nobody else going to bring to the table, but, I know what I'm bringing to the table. So it's going to be definitely some fun up in there. So I'm going to take you all the way back and bring you all the way up to current.
I'm looking forward to it. I know the 107.3 Jams family is looking forward to it. And, I know you're in the airport, so we don't want to keep you too long, but I just want to thank you so much for taking the time to talk to yours truly, Kelly Mack, right here on 107.3 Jams today. And we look forward to seeing you at Funk Fest tomorrow.
Kelly Mack, I love you so much.
Oh, Sugar, I love you back. You know that.
Thank you so much. You definitely the midday mommy. Nobody can ever take that from you. I can't wait to see you. What's up?
Oh, Hercules. Thank you, Sugar.
All right, baby.
I'll see you tomorrow, Sugar.
All right, bye-bye.
Okay, bye, baby.